Hello, we're here with the director and founder of the Baltimore International Black Film Festival, Mr. Kenneth Moore. I want to talk to him about it.
All
So,
right.
how you
Thank
doing today?
I'm good. We're here in the throes of the festival having a good time. So
Yeah.
great time to have a conversation about it.
Yep, definitely. So, let's start off with, this is the second annual film festival.
Yes.
So let's start with all the way from back to the beginning, to
All right.
before year one and everything. What was the inspiration for having a festival of such as this?
Okay, yeah. It's very interesting how we got into this predicament. Well, no, how we got on this journey and this labor of love. I've been a long time enthusiast and appreciator of independent film, independent cinema. I've been a supporter of film through the various different organizations here in Maryland and in the region and across the country. I've traveled to various different film festivals appreciating these fine works. And through the organization SOGA, which I founded last July, we wanted to create some space where we can do some different types of events here in the city of Baltimore, different from what our community had been typically doing. So out of that desire, we created several smaller events, and then we had a desire to bring a film to the city of Baltimore starring Monique last year called Blackbird. And that film, we thought, she has not been honored by the city of Baltimore, and we wanted to do that through our new organization. And particularly that film, it was a coming of age film for a young African-American LGBT gay male who was growing up in Mississippi. So we thought it would be a great kind of confluence of our organization, the aims of our particular organization, and then having this great film with Academy Award winning Monique, who's from Baltimore. So it was like, this is all coming together, this is great. So fast forward, we reached out to the film community here, tried to make it happen. It didn't go that route. But then we were still engaged with the directors and the filmmakers and people who were involved in that project. And we were very close to being able to bring it to the city of Baltimore. But what happened was, it was on the film festival circuit, but by the time our festival was about to happen, it got its distribution deal. And when that happened, it pretty much closed off all film festival appearances or screenings for the film. So at that point, we were forced to pretty much look at what we had. We had kind of assembled several different films to buttress the screening of Blackbird. And when Blackbird fell through, we said, wow, look, we still have quite an impressive collection of films here. So we screened last year 10 films in total, 6 features, 4 shorts, and that made up the first annual Baltimore International Black Film Festival.
Okay, and then this year, you showed the first 2 days at the Charles and here at University of Baltimore Commons. And was that different venues than last year, or was it the same venue?
Yeah, last year we were totally at the Charles. We were only at the Charles we opened up one day with our opening film, and then the remaining 9 films we had on the second day. So it was pretty much a day plus festival. This year we've gone forward with 5+ days.
Yeah, so that's a significant growth because there's more days, multiple venues. Well, you got like how many films in this year?
83 films.
83 films this year compared to 10. So that's a lot of growth. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Plus, I know that one director I met, came from Africa.
Yes. Ivan Moyambwe, who came with his film from Uganda. It's called Outed: The Painful Reality. We screened it yesterday.
And he just did a workshop with SAG Afro because they're combined now.
Yes.
And who else do you have that's sponsoring and what you with?
So the film festival was presented by SOGA, the organization, and we have sponsorship, as you mentioned, from SAG-AFTRA, and one of our major sponsors this year is the LGBT Health Resources Center of Chase Braxton Healthcare. They have been a very strong supporter of us this year, and we're grateful for that. And we're also supported by Evolution Takes.
Okay, wow. So that's a lot of growth, everybody.
Yes,
put your mind to it,
Yeah, and it was just interesting how that happens. So last year we're still grassroots as far as I'm concerned. Even though we've had such, expansion, we're still grassroots. So last year we reached out to filmmakers and we had a modest number of filmmakers that we reached out to. But this year we kind of started out doing that same thing where we reached out. We were actually going to film festivals in Dallas, in North Carolina, in Philadelphia, kind of all across as many as that we can get to reasonably. And we met filmmakers, New York, of course, and we met filmmakers face to face and really screened their films in real time. And also, typically at film festivals, you have an opportunity to interact with directors and producers and writers of these films. So what we did was we said, hey, we have a small film festival in Baltimore. We're going to be going into our second year next year. You should bring your film to Baltimore. And that's kind of how it happened initially. We were able to reach out with Knucklehead that way. We went to the world premiere at the New Voices of Black Cinema Film Festival in Brooklyn. And we met the director Ben Bowman, Javinga Akanabe, and Alfred Witter were there as well. So we were like, bring this film to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And Javinga, he's from the DC, Maryland area, grew up here. So it was definitely, we said it could be a nice homecoming for the film in the region. And lo and behold, they agreed, and we opened up this year's film festival with that film. So that's kind of organically how we were able to attract filmmakers to the festival. And then what we did to really see that kind of expansion, we had a national platform, Film Freeway, and filmmakers were able to submit their films directly from all over the world using that platform. So then using our submission process, that's where most of the films started to come in.
Yeah, because I know I saw a couple of really good ones, like Dante and Minnie, which is a local production company here, and there was one, and I feel bad, I cannot remember the name, but I felt it though. That was a deep movie, the one about Starlight Lounge.
Oh, We Came to Sweat.
We came to Sweat. That was
Kate Kanoff is the director, and We Came to Sweat was an incredible story, documentary, feature film, and it dealt with a lot of issues around regentrification, particular institutions in the African American community, but just at large, and how neighborhoods change and institutions change, and some ways that we can protect those things that are important to us. One of the reasons why we really want to have the festival as well, the theme this year is Real Unity. Last year we held the festival under the banner of Bridging the Gap. We wanted to bridge the gap between our youth, our activists, different disparate communities here in the city of Baltimore and beyond that sometimes feel like they're divided, the LGBT community, of course, and we wanted to bridge the gap and bring these communities together. So that's why in most of our screenings you'll see a pairing of films, and oftentimes those films don't necessarily have the same themes. So what we want to do is, even with the pairing of films, we want to use those pairings as a way of having conversations and bringing groups together that have different perspectives that are similar in a lot of ways, but they don't see the similarities. So through our programming, we endeavor to have those conversations and pretty much foster that real unity that we want to bring about. And we see the film festival as kind of a forum, a dialogue, and we're using film as the conversation starter to have those dialogues that we should have.
Got you, definitely. And then let's talk a little bit about your other program company, I guess, Soga.
Yes.
Let's talk about Soga.
Okay, so as I said, Soga was founded on the principles of brotherhood, leadership, activism, community, and knowledge. And to date, we've had several events. By and large, the film festival is one of our bigger events, but we also had a youth fashion event called Fallback that was founded this year by another Soga, by the other Soga co-founder, Jacob Pierce. Through his love of fashion and also his desire to want to give back to Baltimore City youth, particularly after the uprising, we came together and had this proposal of, let's use a fashion event as a way of engaging young people here in the city of Baltimore, giving them something to do and making them aware that people here in the community, adults, us grown folks, so on, quote unquote, we believe in them, we want to invest in them, we cherish their potential and what they can do. So he came up with this idea of this fallback youth program, and it was a youth empowerment event. So what he wanted to do was not just have a fashion show, but he wanted to instill with them various skill sets that they would need to know event planning, hair and makeup, self-esteem, because body image and body consciousness is very, you have to have a hard, tough skin if you stand before somebody and say, I want to get into fashion, I want to be on the cover of magazines. You're going to get many more no's than you get yeses. Okay. So we wanted to prepare young people for that. So he wanted to do that, and then ultimately equip them with all the skills that they needed to run, organize, and put together this fashion show. And he did that. We had great involvement from the community. We collaborated with the Mayor's Youth Commission, and we had scouting or casting calls, if you will, at various different block parties that the mayor had, and that's how we were able to attract young people. They came together. We had a great lineup of fashion designers from DC to New York, and it was a fabulous event that brought the community together, and these young people are still engaged in the process. So that's kind of some of the things that SOGA wants to do, bring these events to the city of Baltimore and help unite the community.
All right, so you're doing that work. You're definitely 100% following the mission plan, by even with the names of your themes with bridging gaps and meaning.
Yes.
So you're definitely 100% following your mission.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so do you have anything else planned coming up soon? Wintertime?
So after the film festival, the one thing that we may do at the end of the year, we'll have a kind of a brunch. We'll have a small brunch, almost like a celebratory end of the year type of event. So pretty low key. We definitely are always looking and wanting to engage and network with various different communities. One such type of engagement which we did, we reached out to the artist community, particularly through Charles Cooper, who founded the Baltimore Piece of Arts movement, if you will, right after the uprisings, and has allowed us to engage and interact with a lot of people who are engaged in the arts, visual, videography, media, such as yourself. So it was a way of connecting us with other people throughout the community, and we want to just continue to do that. And we definitely want to invite all of these friends that we've made during the course of the year who've been at the film festival, at the youth fashion event, and the Baltimore, the Piece of Arts movement. We want to invite them and have a nice brunch or gathering or get together to kind of close out the year. And then we're looking to move forward next year, growing, building, expanding, and really trying to kind of put steam behind this movement of trying to heal and bridge those divides.
Okay. Now, this next thing is, how will people contact you? Let's start off with SOGA. How will people contact you from SOGA?
Okay, so for SOGA, you can contact us. We do a lot of things electronically. We don't have a brick and mortar building.
Yeah.
We are a nonprofit 501c3. We're looking to expand and have an office at some point in 2016. But you can contact us by email. It's probably one of the better ways at SOGA, SOGAA 2014 at gmail.com.
Okay.
That's the best way to reach SOGA. We also have a telephone number that applies to both entities, because the film festival is a subsidiary of SOGA. Okay. You can reach us at 443-447-3642.
Okay, and for the film festival?
For the film festival, if you go to our website, particularly if you're a filmmaker and you're looking to submit for next year's film festival, you can go to biBFF.com. Again, that's biBFF.com, and there should be a tab for submit your project or submit your film, and filmmakers will see all the information on how to submit their films for next year's film festival.
Okay, and so they can go now, even though and just start working on for next year.
Well, it's not up right now because we're still in the middle of this one. So our submission process will open in February of 2016. So, but one thing we're always looking for are volunteers and other folks who are lovers of film and in the film community to really help us grow and expand and correct the shortcomings that we may have had this year. Of course, we wanted to grow, but we always want to put a quality project out there. So anyone who can help us get resources or just sweat equity that can help to do this in a better way and have a broader reach, we're always looking forward to do that. So there is a tab for volunteer. So just please, social media, we're Facebook page is Baltimore International Black Film Festival. You'll see SOGA, SOGAA on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So all those means you can use to reach out to us, and we definitely invite you to come join us and definitely help us bring and continue to bring this quality type of events to Baltimore City.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun film festival. Lots of interesting films, lots of good information and workshops. And thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Looking forward to see you in 2016.
Absolutely, thanks.